Welcome to our college briefing show. Today, we're diving into some exciting stories from around the world. First up, Uniqlo Australia is making waves by nearly hitting $1 billion in sales, thanks to their focus on timeless, sustainable basics that stand out in the fast fashion era. Their simple, durable approach is resonating with shoppers seeking quality over quantity, especially amid rising anti-fast fashion sentiments. Next, we head over to Gannon University, where over 200 students just wrapped up their annual Model United Nations weekend. This long-standing tradition encourages young minds to debate global issues like atomic radiation and endangered languages, inspiring future international leaders. It's a fantastic event that sparks interest in global affairs and diplomacy among students. Finally, scientists warn that melting glaciers, especially in Alaska, could disrupt vital marine food chains by reducing essential nutrients like iron and manganese in the ocean. This could have long-lasting effects on marine ecosystems, fisheries, and even climate regulation. It's a stark reminder of how climate change impacts not just our planet but also the delicate balance of life within it. Please continue to watch for more detailed stories and updates. The Sydney Morning Herald highlights Uniqlo's remarkable rise in Australia, where it has become a staple for wardrobe essentials, surpassing local retailers in sales and outpacing giants like Nike. The Japanese retailer's success is rooted in its focus on timeless, functional minimalism, emphasizing quality over fleeting trends. By developing innovative technologies such as Aerism and Heattech, Uniqlo has cultivated a loyal customer base that trusts its reliable, versatile products. Its store design, characterized by simplicity and calmness, reinforces its brand identity as a provider of durable, practical clothing that aligns with post-pandemic preferences for comfort and casual wear. This approach also resonates with global sustainability trends, as consumers increasingly seek to buy less but better, resisting the fast fashion cycle driven by brands like Shein and Temu. Gannon University's Model United Nations weekend exemplifies the enduring value of experiential education, bringing together over 200 students from the tri-state area to debate pressing global issues. Organized through a meticulous, year-long preparation process by Gannon's dedicated student leaders, the conference fosters critical thinking, international cooperation, and problem-solving skills. Participants engage in mock sessions tackling topics such as atomic radiation mitigation and endangered languages preservation, culminating in recognition of outstanding delegates. This event not only continues a proud 73-year tradition but also inspires young minds to pursue careers in politics and diplomacy, emphasizing the importance of global dialogue and civic engagement in shaping future leaders. South China Morning Post discusses Hong Kong's ambitious plans to become a leading international education hub amid stiff regional competition. While the city boasts top-tier universities with a rich history of academic excellence and a unique bilingual, cosmopolitan environment, it faces challenges such as rising living costs, limited affordable housing, and complex visa procedures that hinder international student recruitment. To stand out, Hong Kong must leverage its distinctive strengths, its global networks, cultural hybridity, and tradition of academic freedom, while addressing structural issues like governance transparency and inclusiveness. Building long-term, credible relationships through transparent policies and enhanced support systems is crucial for Hong Kong to sustain its reputation as a trusted, open, and innovative center of global education and research. The Toronto Star reports on a groundbreaking study suggesting that many patients who have successfully undergone ablation for atrial fibrillation may no longer need lifelong blood thinners. The research, involving over 1,200 patients across multiple countries, found that after 3 years, the risk of stroke and silent strokes was remarkably low in both those who continued blood thinners and those who took aspirin. This challenges long-standing guidelines that recommend indefinite anticoagulant therapy post-ablation, highlighting that a successful procedure not only reduces atrial fibrillation but also significantly lowers stroke risk. Brain MRI scans confirmed minimal silent stroke occurrences, and the findings could drastically change clinical practices, easing the burden of bleeding risks associated with blood thinners for millions worldwide. In contrast, Yahoo US highlights the alarming impact of climate change on Brazil's youngest children, illustrating how extreme weather events like droughts and floods, intensified by global warming, are inflicting trauma and health risks on infants and toddlers. Personal stories from families in Amazonas depict harrowing journeys for medical care amid drought and flood disasters, with infants suffering from complications and developing lifelong health issues due to prenatal stress and environmental instability. Experts warn that such early life hardships can lead to increased risks of cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and obesity in adulthood, emphasizing that climate change's effects extend beyond immediate destruction to long-term health consequences, especially for vulnerable children. Meanwhile, the BBC discusses the potential severity of this year's flu season, driven by a mutated strain of H3N2 that emerged unexpectedly in summer and appears to evade existing immunity. The virus's rapid spread and increased transmissibility, particularly among children, suggest a more intense flu season than usual, with estimates indicating higher infection rates and a greater likelihood of severe cases, especially among older populations. Health officials urge widespread vaccination, despite the mismatch of the current vaccine to the new strain, as it can still reduce disease severity. Countries like Japan are already implementing measures such as school closures to contain outbreaks, but experts caution that the situation remains uncertain, with the possibility of a challenging winter ahead. Australian Broadcasting Corporation vividly captures the emotional roller coaster of Georgia's journey into stepmotherhood. She recalls her initial nervousness and the fleeting relief when her stepdaughter expressed love for her, but the real challenge began after she became pregnant. The young girl's withdrawal and sharp comments like, "You're not my mother," painted a stark reality. There's no clear guide for navigating the complexities of blending families. Georgia's story underscores that even with genuine love and effort, feelings of invisibility and rejection can linger, especially when the emotional bonds are still being built. Her experience highlights the importance of patience, understanding, and the crucial role of the biological parent in validating the stepmother's place within the family. Yahoo US delves into the alarming discovery of how climate change and glacier retreat threaten marine ecosystems and global food security. Researchers from UC San Diego Scripps Institution of Oceanography revealed that melting glaciers in Alaska are delivering fewer essential nutrients like iron and manganese to the ocean, disrupting the delicate balance of marine life. These micronutrients are vital for phytoplankton, the foundation of the ocean's food web and a major contributor to oxygen production. The study warns that reduced nutrient flow could lead to a decline in phytoplankton populations, jeopardizing fisheries and the planet's ability to absorb carbon dioxide, which could accelerate global warming. The findings serve as a stark reminder of how human-induced climate change not only melts glaciers but also threatens the health of vital ecosystems that sustain life on Earth. The Toronto Star vividly illustrates the electrifying performance of Jared Washington in South Carolina State's football victory over Howard. Washington's game-changing plays, an interception returned for a touchdown and a blocked field goal returned for 6 points, ignite the Bulldogs' dominant first quarter, setting the tone for their 5th consecutive win. The narrative captures the energy and momentum of the game, highlighting William Atkins IV's impressive passing stats and Jordan Smith's dual rushing and receiving touchdowns. Meanwhile, Howard's lone touchdown by Terrell Russell offers a brief glimpse of resilience amid the Bulldogs' commanding performance. This story celebrates the thrill of college football, emphasizing individual heroics and team spirit that make every game an exhilarating spectacle. The Toronto Star vividly recounts a poignant moment at Louisville Stadium, where a solemn silence was observed to honor the victims of a tragic UPS cargo plane crash that had occurred nearby. The fiery accident, which resulted in the loss of 14 lives including the crew, cast a shadow over the game between Louisville and California. As a tribute, the stadium's screens displayed a heartfelt symbol, a heart replacing the 0 in Louisville's area code, while players wore stickers bearing the same emblem, turning the sporting event into a moving memorial that reminded everyone of the fragile nature of life amid the excitement of college football. Meanwhile, the Toronto Star captures the gritty determination of North Carolina's football team as they secured a narrow 20-15 victory over Stanford. The game was marked by strategic brilliance and relentless defense, with Gio Lopez throwing 2 second-half touchdowns that ultimately sealed the Tar Heels' win. The first half was a tense, low-scoring duel, with both teams struggling to find rhythm, but North Carolina's defense set the tone early by forcing a fumble that led to their first points. Lopez's precise passing and the critical plays by receivers like Jordan Shipp and Caden High kept the Tar Heels afloat, while Stanford's quarterback, Elijah Brown, faced relentless pressure, including 9 sacks, highlighting the physical toll of the game and the resilience of the winning team. The Toronto Star also reports on the unfortunate injury of Virginia's quarterback Chandler Morris during their game against Wake Forest, a moment that cast a shadow over Virginia's promising season. Morris, who had been pivotal in leading the Cavaliers to their best start in decades, was injured while sliding and had to be replaced by backup Daniel Kalin. The injury, which did not seem related to his previous shoulder issues, raised concerns about Virginia's offensive momentum, especially given Morris's role in transforming the team with his dynamic play. His departure from the game underscored the unpredictable nature of football, where even the most promising seasons can be suddenly affected by unforeseen injuries, leaving fans and teammates hoping for a swift recovery. The Toronto Star vividly recounts the thrilling college football game where Arizona's Quincy Craig, with only 39 seconds remaining on the clock, executed a daring 24-yard run to seal a dramatic 24-20 victory over Kansas. Despite a rocky start marked by multiple sacks and near interceptions, Arizona's resilience shone through as Craig's explosive burst through a gaping hole in the middle of the field propelled the Wildcats to a hard-fought win. The game was a roller coaster of emotions, with Kansas initially poised for a commanding halftime lead after Leroy Harris' 377-yard interception return, only for Arizona to claw their way back thanks to key plays from Noah Fifita and Craig's clutch touchdown run. The second half saw fierce defensive battles, with Kansas narrowly missing key opportunities, while Arizona's tenacity culminated in Craig's game-winning dash, securing their bowl eligibility and showcasing the unpredictable thrill of college football. Australian Broadcasting Corporation paints a poignant picture of the struggles faced by international students in Australia, such as 21-year-old Alapriya Biswas, who survived on just $200 a week and lived on rice and tinned tuna during her first year in Melbourne. The narrative dispels misconceptions about international students arriving with abundant wealth, revealing instead a landscape of financial hardship, high living costs, and limited work hours. Many students, especially from low-income backgrounds, are caught in a relentless cycle of working multiple jobs, sacrificing sleep and academic performance to survive, often resorting to instant noodles and shared accommodations in a competitive rental market. Experts highlight the need for innovative housing solutions, better access to public transport, and healthcare benefits to ease their burden, emphasizing that despite these hardships, Australia remains an attractive destination due to opportunities for family inclusion and post-study work, with students like Biswas learning to adapt and find creative ways to stretch their limited resources. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.